Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Spirit Journey, and I want to try to do this live video. Uh, it shouldn't be too long. I think it's important. Um, I want to talk about being your own doctor. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an MD. I cannot diagnose or treat anyone's illnesses. But I'm sharing this video because when you go to the doctors and you don't get any real help and you don't know what's going on, you have to start to become your own doctor. You have to start asking yourself questions, and that's what I'm doing. And I've been having like these muscle pain, muscle spasms, especially in the hot weather, and I'm walking, and then boom, everything tightens up. I get spasms. It's not summer now. The weather is cool, but I find that I've been getting stiffness, especially in the morning. This unexplained joint and muscle stiffness, and it's uncomfortable. And it's not like I'm doing something like running a marathon. I'm doing normal daily activities, nothing unusual. And but I'm experiencing this muscle tightness, and I have been feeling anxious. I notice that I'm eating more what I call comfort food. You know what that is, high calories, high fat, sugar, things like that. And it's like a nervous eating, I notice. Yes, hi there. I can't I have to put on my glasses to see the response and see. Oh, just for, oh, I missed the response. I'll leave my glasses on in case someone, uh, uh, texts me again. Well, yes. Yeah, I was just talking about um, some of the symptoms I've been having, the muscle tightness, tightness in the joints, my eating. Yes, sounds is sound is too low. Oh, okay. Let me see. Thank you. Let me put it up to myself. Let's see. Make sure I'm not covering the whole. Yeah, I'm on my cell phone. So, but thank you again for letting me know. I'll try to speak up louder. Well, I've been having unexplained muscle tightness and joint tightness. Um, Simple movement, you could feel the tension and the pulling of the tendons and everything. And again, I'm not running a marathon, anything like that. I do regular daily activities that I've been doing for years. I've been drinking water. I've bought these electrolytes to add in my water, think it might be an electrolyte problem or dehydration issues. And of course, being dehydrated and not getting enough electrolytes could make anybody feel sluggish and the muscles twitching and everything. But it's been getting like these attacks, like unexplained, like boom, I wake up with it and I don't understand. I have gone to the doctors and they thought maybe it was like a autoimmune um, disease, that could like arthritis, things like that, and they can give you a blood test. So, a blood test that indicates if there's any these type of inflammatory these enzymes that are in the bloodstream when you're having these type of when it's an autoimmune response issue, and they were negative. And so it's reoccurring again. And again, I'm a type of person, the weather's starting to get even nicer. The sun is out, and, I want to take advantage of that, and I want to go for walks. I love walking. But I get this pain. And again, if you're in pain, you're not going to want to do the walking. and I have to let my body, my muscles recuperate. So I may not be as physical as I want to, but I did make an appointment with my primary care physician. I have to wait 2 months. I did go to a chiropractic office, and that doctor needed to know, like when I had certain symptoms that happened a year ago, they gave me blood tests, and I don't remember whether they gave me an MRI, but this doctor wanted copies of the MRI just to rule out whether it's something, whether it was a mini stroke or something like that. So I have to contact, my physician, the ER office to get copies of the diagnostic tests that were done. Okay, but I can't wait like 2 months for my doctor, and I am a veteran. I usually go to the VA office to get all my medical treatment. Is your PCP with veterans? Primary care? Yes, yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is healthcare. Thank you for your question. And well, I'm I guess I'm feeling a little irritated because I have to wait 2 months for my to see my doctor, but I'm in pain now. And the chiropractor that I saw, he was really nice. He lives in the he his office is in my neighborhood, real easy to get to, and he posed good questions, and I respect him for his questions. But still, for me to get to see my primary care physician, I have to wait 2 more months, and I don't want to wait that long. I want relief now. So I said, I have to be my own doctor right now. In the meanwhile, to investigate what's going on. So I have a computer, and I typed in certain keywords like muscle pain, joint pain, tendon pain, causes, and I had gotten certain conditions. Do you or are you eligible for Medicare? No, no, I'm not eligible for Medicare. Um, no, but so I went to, let's see, so I went online, and I found certain conditions that could cause some of the symptoms that I have. One of them in particular, again, I'm not an MD, but I'm brainstorming at this time. And so initially, some of the symptoms with this condition called fibromyalgia, I thought, oh, let me look more into that. And some other diseases like Lyme disease, rheumatoid arthritis, I'm reading from my notes here, systemic erythematosus, lupus, and then I put in brackets, computer use. Okay. Now, the initial one, fibromyalgia, I don't have any inflammation. At least I don't think I do. But I am experiencing pain. But pain does not mean inflammation. Okay. So I was just reading up on the different health conditions that can cause some of the symptoms that I'm getting. But it didn't really resonate with me because when I looked on, details about those conditions that I mentioned, I didn't have certain, let's see, I'm sorry, I really want to hear you clearly, but I am struggling with the sound. Okay. Well, I don't know what's wrong with the sound. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me know that. Well, either way, I find that, well, some of the conditions it didn't really resonate. So but then I started thinking, well, something is causing and triggering. That I have been going on the computer a lot. I find that I'm getting more addictive, or my usage is increasing. And I never was like this, but I see that over the past 3 years, my usage of my electronic devices is increasing real. I even go in the when I take a shower, I put it I have my iPad on. It's really that bad. I have to have it on. And so, my being my own detective, I said, wait a minute, what does computer use, or these electronic devices, what does it do to you? Okay? Because I noticed at times when I was a student, especially, and I had all those term papers and research to do online, I, I, I one time I started to feel nauseated, and I started to throw up, you know, what they call dry heaving. And it was really uncomfortable. And then the anxiety that just would hit me at times. So I said, this could be what's really the issue, because I've been going I sleep with my device on. I watch my device, watching a video, and I fall asleep to it. But it's pointing in my direction. So I'm being bombarded by these, what they call electromagnetic waves. And these waves, I think, can be causing my symptoms. So, let's see. I'm just looking at my notes now. Okay, there's a condition called electromagnetic hypersensitivity. In short, they call it EHS. EHS, okay? And some of the symptoms for those electromagnetic frequencies: headaches, and I had been getting tension headaches in the temples that I shared with you a couple of videos ago. Tiredness. Yes, I find that my muscles get very tired. Dizziness. I shared that I have vertigo, you know. Muscle and joint pain and memory loss. I find that my memory, like my short term memory, is not the same as it used to. My mind was very sharp. I could, remember detail. But I find that um, since I've been, you know, using my devices, my electronic devices, that my memory loss is, my short-term memory is being hampered. And especially since the past 10 or 12 years, my using my devices since I had gone back to school. But again, of course, when you get older, your memory is not the same. Things change. But upon looking at those symptoms of EMF, electromagnetic frequencies and hypersensitivity, this resonates with me. Okay, it seems to make sense. The symptoms, and also UV lights. Rays it can cause emotional stress and physical stress. Because I notice sometimes when I go out in the sun, I just feel zapped and I don't feel refreshed. Sometimes, of course, when I go out in the sun, it feels good, but then other times, and I think it's during the peak hours of, the when the sun is up, the UV rays are most intense. So I have to really go outside in the sun during those non-peak hours. Okay, but it's something that can cause those symptoms that I've been having. You know, so I'm just switching here. So I want to, let's see. So I looked on the internet about what could prevent, or what could be used to absorb the electromagnetic frequencies that come out of these electronic devices. Okay, and these were some of the suggestions that I found. Okay, now there are stones they said that could absorb those frequencies, and I'll read them to you. Iodestone and magnetite. I'm going to repeat that again. Iodestone and magnetite. I'm not sure whether that's the same, different words for the same thing, you know? Okay. Hematite, pyrite, black tourmaline, shungite. That's spelled Shungite. Shungite. Kernite, colemanite, colemanite. And you know what else? So this one is not a stone, but copper. Copper, they said, absorbs those electromagnetic frequencies. That's why in some um, organizations where they have sensitive machinery, they use copper wiring to block out these frequencies. And you know, in the, what do you call it? People who are the so-called conspiracy theorists, what they call the tinfoil hats. Okay, now they really use what they call aluminum foil. I don't know whether aluminum foil has, it's tin or whatever, or mixture with tin, but aluminum foil blocks those electromagnetic frequencies. And so it's inexpensive to use, and so use it. If something could be causing you harm, and it's inexpensive, and again, you have people who make fun of people who are so-called paranoid, but electromagnetic frequencies are harmful, and you need to block it. Okay, and of course you hear of people what they call targeted individuals, and they have that you have these devices that could be shot out and it could be aimed at an individual or groups of people to give them this sickness, the EMF, um, sicknesses. And so, hey, use aluminum foil. You know, you have a bedroom or something, you could put it behind your headboard, so whatever was coming towards you at night, it's blocking you, you know. So I'm thinking I might do something like that. I think the room next door to me, that they have a lot of appliances and, equipment, and I'm concerned whether it might be disturbing my sleep, because a couple of years ago I would wake up in the middle of the night and have, like, my heart is racing, and I've never had these symptoms before. I'm a very healthy person, but why all these weird symptoms? So if frequencies are being come into your room because of someone's appliances or whatever, so I'm thinking to use this. Okay. So I also want to share with you now what, like, I looked up on how to treat, things that you can use to treat yourself from these electromagnetic frequencies. So also I was told that um, these frequencies could also increase your adrenaline levels, and adrenaline has side effects. So let me read that, what that is. Let me find it here. Okay. Trying to find it here. Okay. Okay. I can't find the notes on that, but adrenaline, it can increase your heart rate. That I know. Adrenaline could increase your heart rate, and I think your cortisone levels. So you're in like a fight and flight state of being, and that's not restful, and it's stress. So, okay, back to treating the electromagnetic frequencies. When you're toxic with this, you can take a special type of bath, a hot bath, and in this bath, they suggest, again, I'm not a doctor and I'm not telling you guys to do this, talk to your doctor and ask them what they suggest. But this is something that I'm going to do for myself to see what happens. So, um, they suggest use a pound of sea salt, a pound of baking soda, use 1 to 2 tablespoons full of ionic magnesium. And I know that magnesium is for the muscle signals, okay? Let me read the name again. Ionic magnesium concentrated trace minerals. And then they have these stones. It's called serpentine and rhodonite. They said one of each of those stones. So again, I'm going to read it again. Sea salt, baking soda, 1 pound of each of those, 1 to 2 tablespoons of ionic magnesium concentrated trace minerals, and one of each of these serpentine and rhodonite stones. They said to soak in this in the tub, and the water has to be very hot. And then once the water cools, then you can get out of the tub. And they said before you dry yourself off, they have what's called pure magnesium oil, and I think it's by Seven Minerals. I think that's the maker of it. They said rub that on your body. Now I'm going to do this for myself, and I want to see what happens. Because I don't understand what's going on with my body. It's like my body feels like it's stress, it's acting out, and I see that I am getting too much into these electrical devices. My computer, I mean specifically. So I need to become a doctor for my own personal health. So tomorrow I want to go get those ingredients and use it in my tub. I also want to get the stones for they said that can be used to absorb the electromagnetic frequencies that I mentioned earlier. And yeah, that was the hematite, pyrite, black tourmaline, shungite, etc. Okay. I also want to try to do the stretching. They suggest to keep my body, my joints, my body warm and to get sleep. Yeah, I haven't been getting enough sleep. I've been staying up late. Sometimes I used to go to bed like at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and then get up like at 7. So my whole sleep cycle is changing because I'm on my device all night and I fall asleep late in the morning. And this could be interrupting my sleep cycle, and maybe it's also aggravating my condition. So, um, so I have to be. I feel I have to use drastic measures. So I'm going to be going to bed early today. After I finish this video, I turned off. In fact, I turned off the power cord with my electrical devices in the other room. So it's going to diminish the, um, those frequencies to coming through the wall. Oh, and just another FYI. I wanted to prove whether aluminum foil See, regular aluminum foil, I wanted to, like, it said that aluminum foil could block the radio waves from like your cell phone. Now, because you all heard that the signals that come out, people have sometimes they have their cell phone right next to their head and they can get headaches and all these weird conditions. And so if it's blocked, then it's trapping it all in there. It's not going in your body to cause your sickness. So I wanted to see if it can actually block out the waves. So I just wrapped my cell phone that I'm calling on right now, and I wrapped it in this aluminum foil, and then I used my house phone, and I called myself, and lo and behold, that it didn't ring. And then I removed the aluminum foil, and then called again, and it rang. So I'm thinking, see, we have to become our own doctors and investigate for ourselves. So, you guys who like to carry your cell phones and all that, you know, put it in aluminum foil. And when you feel like making your telephone call, you unwrap it and make your phone call. And again, it doesn't prevent your, like, let's say, you have it wrapped up and someone did try to call you, it'll go in your voicemail. And when you're ready to answer your phone, you just check your messages then. You have to start protecting yourself. You have to block yourself from these electrical waves. And some people had suggested that even though your cell phone might be off, that it still could be transmitting or receiving certain frequencies to it. So I don't want that. So I'm going to wrap my cell phone up tonight so I can sleep in leisure. And I think I need to do this. Maybe I'll try it for 1 week or something like that. Or just limit my exposure. Maybe just an hour maximum a day using my electronic devices, and to see what happens to my body. So that's that's the deal. That's what's happening right now, and um, I think this might be the answer for me. But I'm not saying this will be the answer for you. You have to be your own health detective and start asking yourself questions. Why are certain things happening? I'm not obese. Um, I, I'm physically active, but why am I feeling this way? So that's what I want to share with you tonight, and I hope this all makes sense to you. Again, be your own doctor when all else fails. Work along with your doctor when you can. And I'm not just going to sit on my behind and wait 2 months for my doctor to do X, Y, and Z. In the meanwhile, I'm going to do this and then go to the doctor, for my scheduled appointment in 2 months. So that's the deal, and I appreciate you guys listening, and share this video with your friends, family members who have been having similar symptoms like that I have been having, and about the aluminum foil trick when it comes to your device. It can't go through it. So I'm also thinking that they can't track you either because this thing is blocking the signal. So be your best friend. Be kind to yourself, and also, of course, be kind to others. So that's all that I'm going to share for now, and I'll keep you posted on um, my experiment. Okay? So take care and enjoy your evening, and thank you for watching. Bye bye, guys.